Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, it's your good Judy, and today is just a recap of my trip to Detroit. And that was a couple weeks ago, but I'm just getting around to filming just a recap of the trip. But let me look at that. I brought it from my little upstairs studio that I'm putting together, and I'll show you guys when I get that all straight. But anyway, it's really cute. Okay guys, so I went to Detroit for a trip, and Detroit is my favorite place in the United States. It's where I grew up, and it's where it's just home for me. I grew up in Detroit on a street called Ashton, and I don't know, like, we were really destructive, and I think they tore down the house that we grew up in because it was really, really messed up. But maybe not. Anyway, if it's still here, I'll show you guys a picture. This is the house, but I think it's gone. So, yeah, so I went to Detroit for a trip, and I have my notes here so I can give you guys a recap of what you're going to see. But I'm just going to talk about the trip day by day, and then yeah, show you guys some clips of what's going on. And it's going to be a long video, but I'll break it up. And if you love Detroit, or if you'd like to know more about Detroit, stay tuned for the video. Okay guys, so as is the case with any trip that I take, on Tuesday I went to the airport, and I have to leave early. You know, they tell you to get there 2 hours early. I definitely always have to get early because of TSA. They always, always, always pat me down, pull me to the side, crotch grab. Like, it is the worst thing. I do not know what magnetic thing is going on in my nether regions, but every single time I have to be patted down, practically squatting. And then this particular time they had to take me off to the side because after the pat down there was some kind of residue, and I went over to the side, so that was a delay. But anyway, got on the plane, and I was on my way to Detroit. So I packed a little lunch, and as you guys know, or maybe you didn't, but now you will, I was not keto on this vacation. So the first thing I had is on the plane, it's a long flight. I did have, it's like a 4-hour flight. So I brought my own snacks because I am not paying for those exorbitant rates for things on the plane. So this is what I had for my first meal of the day. I had a really kind of early flight. I think it left at like 7 in the morning. So then, you know, I landed, and I went to meet my girlfriend that I was staying with, but I stopped at Coney Island because they had 99-cent conies. So I grabbed 2 of those, and I snapped a picture, and I sent it back home to my family, and my sister told me, please stop. So I didn't, you know, show them the rest of my food, but she'll see it now when she watches this. So nothing really went on that day. I just got into town, got my things up to my friend's apartment. I went to go see another of my friends and her husband, and I just hung out over there for a little while and came back home. So Wednesday morning, I got up and I went to my favorite place for breakfast, and here's a little video of that. Hey guys, I'm at my favorite place for breakfast. Totally not keto. Later that day, I came back to the house and just kind of chilled out and relaxed for a little while. Didn't really, kind of took it easy that day. Went over and saw one of my other friends. But, you know, part of every vacation, I just like to... So I like to relax and just kick back. So this is me kicking back at my friend's house watching Match Game. And I think it was like Match Game 74 and 77. It was so funny. Rosie Greer, the old football player, was on one. God, what's his name? Jimmy J.J. Walker. God, the guy that used to be the family of Dawson, Richard Dawson. It was just really cool. So I watched that. And then I guess there's some new versions of that. But I watched that for a little while. So that was Wednesday, and then on Thursday I got up, and it was my friend Dina's birthday, And so as we were getting ready for the day, I called a radio station. I didn't even know what they were giving out, but I called, and this is what happened.
Judy?
Denise?
Cutie.
Cutie. Hey, Cutie.
It's Judy.
Oh, Judy. Judy, I am so sorry. I'm saying cutie, everything but Judy.
Well, I am a cutie, Judy.
I love you, Judy. Bless you. All right. So we're playing Billy's word game. Dion tried it. We had to scoop Dion in the end. But now we're going to let you try it. So we've got a word, right? So the category is chip. Chip, that's the word. So whatever your answer is, the word chip has to be used. Okay? And so Billy's going to give you a question in which chip can be used. You ready?
Yep, I get it.
Come on, Judy. All right, here we go. Like father, like son. Like father.
Chip off the old block.
Way to go, Judy. Hey, Judy. Good job. Listen. Just for fun, Judy. Yeah, for fun, Judy, we got another one for you. That was two. Could you just knock that out the park? Do you bake?
Okay.
Do you bake at all, Judy?
Yes, I do. And I eat more than I take.
Okay, listen to this. Same kind of thing. We're using chip again, Judy.
Okay.
Add these to cookie batter. Add these.
Chocolate chip.
Bam! Judy, we're gonna ban you. We're gonna ban you from calling. Cause doggone you're winning it all.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's good. All right, Judy. So we're gonna send you to the baseball game.
Oh,
You
good.
like baseball?
I do like baseball.
Beautiful.
I hope it's between. When is the game?
I don't know,
Okay.
but we're gonna send you to the game. We got 2 nice seats for you.
Cool. Okay.
Beautiful. I'm so glad you called to play.
I'm so glad I called Judy's birthday. Can I give her a shout out?
Oh yes, whose birthday?
It's Dina Atkins, and she is very young today. She was great.
All right, so wait a minute. I'm gonna sing to it.
Okay, great.
Happy birthday, Dina. Happy birthday, Dina. Happy birthday. Hold on for me, Judy.
So yeah, I won tickets to the Negro Leagues games at Tiger Stadium, and that's actually going on yesterday. It's the 9th, 10th, and 11th. So hopefully she went down and picked up the tickets, and she went because obviously I could not go. So yeah, that was a really good afternoon. And then because it was my friend's birthday, she had to go get her tags renewed. And so no time like the present. So she waited till the last minute. So we went downtown, and actually we weren't downtown. We were more or less in the area right before downtown, which is my favorite part of Detroit. And it's down near the Detroit train station. So we didn't have time to actually go to this train station, but if you can see in this picture, you can see a little piece of it. And it, guys, I don't even know why, but it's my favorite place. And I just to even see that little piece, it just made my heart kind of skip. I don't know. I don't know why I place so much love into things, but I do. And so that was exciting just to see it. I know it's weird. I'm crazy. And see what else did we do that day. And then we went back into Southfield, which is a suburb, and that's where I grew up. So we drove around and we took a couple of pictures. This is the house that I lived in when I was in high school. This is the elementary school that my sister went to. And so we just did some old sights seeing, and then back home. I don't remember. Oh, Thursday evening was kind of cool. So we had kind of a girls' dinner, and so we went to a soul food place. And I'm not going to name the place, but it's on Northwestern Highway. It's in Farmington Hills, and I've been there twice, and it sucks. Every single time it's a problem. I've heard good things about it. I've yet to experience it for myself. So it wasn't good, but it was good just to be amongst friends. And so we didn't take a picture, but this is the group of girls that went out. And so it was Diana and Sonia. Diana's my friend. I've known her since I was 16 years old, and we've been friends ever since, and that is a lot of years. And then my friend Dina, I met through Diane when I was like 18, and so she and I have been friends since then. And then this is Sonia. I met her when I was in my late 30s, and
yeah,
she's
just,
good girlfriends, and we just all hung out and had girl talk. It was a very girlfriends, Sex in the City, tinge of Golden Girls afternoon or evening. So that was great. Then Friday morning, nothing special occurred on Friday morning. Friday evening, we went just to downtown Detroit and walked around. They have an area called Greek Town, so you see street artists performing, and we saw some of that, and lots of restaurants, Greek restaurants. And so we did, and also the Greek Town casinos there, so we just walked around and had a good time there. And then later, Saturday, I went and spent the afternoon with Sonia and her family. And then Saturday night, we went out for Dina's birthday. So we went to Nikki's in downtown Detroit. And this is a club we went to when we were in our 20s. And yeah, so we still went. Club scene has completely changed from when I was younger. I mean, you really have to pay to get a seat. Otherwise, you're standing, you have to pay to get a seat. Otherwise, you're standing around on the dance floor. But because it was my friend's birthday, we had a VIP booth. So we don't pop bottles because we don't drink, we don't smoke. So what did I do? I took some pictures in the restroom. So here's a couple of pictures from that night. And it was, no, it wasn't fun. It told me that I was, I was too old for the club. What was that song? I forgot what it's called, but yeah, it let me know. I don't have any place there anymore. I went to Triumph Church in Southfield, and kind of casual, so I just wore this. And afterwards, Diane and I met up with another friend that I've known since I graduated from high school. And Lisa. Here's the three of us. The faces have been blurred out to protect the innocent. Then later that night, I went to out to one of my best friends, a guy friend since high school. We went out and I spent the evening with his family. He was out of town, but I stayed over with his wife, and we had poker that night. I'm playing a poker league, so they don't have it here in Phoenix. So I was able to play poker with them, and that was really, really fun. And Monday morning, got up, had breakfast at the diner. Angie and Kylan, which is my friend's grandson, and we went to see Toy Story 4, which was really, really good. It was a good movie. If you haven't seen it, you should go see it. I hate kids' movies. This one was really good. I enjoyed it a lot. And then after that, we went to a Mexican restaurant for dinner and more poker. And then Tuesday was my last day there, so I had a lot of stuff that I did not yet do. Still hadn't gotten down to the train station. Never could eat too many Coney Island hot dogs, Leo's lemon rice soup. So a lot of stuff to do. And the first thing I did, though, my nephew that died in a motorcycle accident, he's actually buried in Detroit. So I met up with his mom and his aunt, and we went out to the cemetery and we took flowers and just spent some time with him. And so that was really, really special. And just to be there, it was really just a calming thing, and had a lot of fun with them. And we went to a Chinese buffet and ate way too much. And then after that, I went to get Diana, and we went to my nephew's mom owns a store, so we went to the store and did some shopping there. But then we went to meet up with Dina, and then we went downtown. So we finally got to go to the train station, and here is video of me outside the train station. I don't think you can hear the audio, so I'll probably do a voiceover, but this is that clip there. So that's just my favorite place. I have a lot of stories and a lot of memories, and maybe I'll give you guys a story time. I hope you don't find it too boring, but it's my favorite place. how many times can I say it? It's my favorite place. All right, so that was that. And then after as we were headed down to the train station, we noticed that there was a lot of the streets were cordoned off. They were blocked, and there was a lot of police presence. And then I remembered that it was because it was the Democratic debate. So I wanted to go down there and just, of course, I would have loved to have gone inside the debate, but you guess you get the tickets like in advance, and so I wasn't able to do that. But we went down there, and the police were like, "No, you can't go this way. No, you can't do it that way." But anyway, God is good, and so we got in, and we were just walking around with the media, and so got a couple of pictures, got to talk to a couple of people downtown, but I don't have their permission to show on this video, so I don't have that. But what
So we moved down here. We're actually in front of the Fox Theater right now, and you can see that the CNN logo as well as the D for the Democratic Party. We have the debates going on right
What I do have are a couple of clips, particularly this one. There were some anti-Democrat Trump supporters that were there, and so here's a little video of that group.
Hey guys, it's me, Mr. Gitchy, and I'm down here at the Democratic debate. It is Tuesday, July 30th, and I have the photos from in front of the Fox Theater, but right now you can see that we have a group of Trump supporters that are right behind us there, and we're just keeping a little bit of distance. The Detroit Police Department is doing a great job of keeping everybody safe and free. We're going to get a little bit closer so we can hear the ridiculous rhetoric they're talking about, and let's go in.
They were protesting, but overall, the Detroit Police Department did a really good job of controlling the crowds. I mean, it wasn't anything insane. Probably with the events of last weekend, had that occurred before that, I probably wouldn't have even gone down there. But yeah, they did a great job of controlling the crowd. There was union representation, and so one of the unions had like a big pavilion and big screen TVs, and so here's a little bit of that. And of course, unions are very big on Democrat. I mean, they're they have a lot of Democratic support. So, and I really think that they're looking to make sure that there's a strong presence from the Democrats that they show up in 2020, and fingers crossed. So that was that, and took some pictures around the CNN signage, and it was a good afternoon. Really good. And then I went home and I watched some of the recaps of the debate. And yeah, so hoping things go well and that we still keep that energy in 2020 throughout this process, even for when we go to vote for who we want to give the nomination to. And like many Democrats, I really don't care who gets it as long as we win in 2020. That's my goal, and that's what will be a victory for me. All right, after that, we went over to Nikki's and we had my last meal there. And so I had pizza, and it wasn't really kind of amazing, but their pizza, it's a different pizza. At some of the Greek restaurants, or I guess maybe it's a Michigan style pizza, they put the toppings and then they put the sauce on top, and ordinarily it can be good, but this time it was a little dry. I think everything that you had as a kid that you thought was amazing, as you get older, it just tastes less and less like you remember it. But I love going home to Detroit. It never disappoints. It's always feels like I wish I could have stayed longer. I don't care if I went for a month or 2 months, it would still feel like I wish I had 2 days more. But I had a great time, and then I had to leave really, really early on Wednesday, spent the night at Dina's house, got up at 4:30 and made my way to the airport to return my rental car, went to the airport, got checked in, always fly Southwest, 2 bags free. Shout out to Southwest, not spons. Not any of these places sponsed. I mean, seriously, I have less than 100 subscribers, but I love every one of you guys. Got a pat down through security and was home, at about 9 a.m. and I actually went to work on that Wednesday. So a very busy week, got to see a lot of people, missed a lot of people, but I love my city. I put on for my city. Shout out to all the people of Detroit. You guys are wonderful people. And shout out to my subscribers, and I hope you like this video and that it wasn't too long. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Please subscribe to my channel, like, and if you'd like to see suggestions for, or I'm sorry, if you have suggestions for other videos, please leave them in the comments below. Have a great day. Bye.